Good day everybody. It is the 29th of October. We are at the Pretoria Bonsai Kai annual exhibition. It is currently held at the National Botanical Gardens in Pretoria, and it forms part of the official opening of the Charles and Saronio permanent exhibition that's at the Botanical Gardens. That exhibition is really worth it, and I encourage people to come and have a look at it. The Pretoria Bonsai Kai has got this exhibition. We've got quite a variety of species, we've got quite a variety of styles, and yes, please enjoy the rest of the video which Liam will make for us. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Liam. This is my first time exhibiting with the club. This is a soap nettle, a rather interesting and unusual South African tree. Although the tree is as old as 2010, I've actually only been developing it for the last 2 years. I purchased the tree as a stump, and I've developed all of these branches over the last 2 years. And as you can see, that the tree is in flower at the moment. Although the flowers are insignificant, it's still a commodity that it flowered for the show. Thank you very much.
Good day, my name is Kobus Erwe. I'm going to speak to you guys about the Nuxia congesta. It's called the common elder, also known as the brittlewood, and in Afrikaans it's the gewone vlier. Now this is an indigenous tree, and it's one of my favorite trees to work on, because it's very forgiving. If you mess it up, within a couple of weeks you can replace the branches that you messed up. I bought this tree in 2018 from a nursery that specializes on indigenous trees. It's unfortunate that we only have a couple of nurseries that supply indigenous trees. I think if there's someone out there that can get more indigenous trees, especially here in the Pretoria area, it would be great. Now, I bought this tree in 2018. This is the first time I've potted it. It's also my first time that I've showed a tree at the Bonsai Expo, so I was quite nervous to bring it, to be honest. Now, in 2018 I bought this tree in a nursery. It was in a big bag like this. I left it there in 2018. I did my first trunk chop in 2018 of this tree. I bought it because of, if you look at the body here, it's quite nice. That's why I bought it there. But this thing was as straight as a pole. So I trunk chopped it the first time in 2018. Then in 2019 I trunk chopped it again. When I did that trunk chop, I potted it in a large growing pot. And ever since then, in 2020, I also trunk chopped it the third time to get the taper. Now, what this tree does, it tries to grow as straight as a pole. So there's a lot of wiring that must go in here if you want to give it movement. It's not necessary to do it. I just did it just to get a bit of movement in this tree. But as I said, it's a lovely tree, and I would encourage people to try and grow this tree and make it a bonsai.
My name is Org Exley. I'm from the Pretoria Bonsai Kai. The tree behind me is a baobab. I've been looking for trees, a baobab tree, for many years now. And a few years ago, I got a contact in Messina who had baobabs in his garden. I contacted the guy, and in the beginning he didn't want to sell me a tree, and then we arranged that I'd take him some bonsai trees in exchange for the baobabs. That was about 15-20 years ago. I went down and collected the trees from him, and this is one of the trees that I got there. Since then I've been styling it and to get the ramification correctly on the tree. It's a slow grower, and you need to put quite a bit of time in. Wiring is also another problem, because the branches tend to shoot back when you remove the wires. So what I do is I cut a small ridge underneath the branch, so that when you bend it, it opens up and heals, and then it won't go back into its original position. Watering is another problem with baobabs. A lot of people lose their baobabs due to overwatering. When the leaves turn yellow, you stop the watering completely until, as the tree is at this stage sprouting, starting to sprout. Then only you start watering again, but slowly, once a week or so. Later on you can continue giving more water. Next to the tree is a rock. We call it a Palindaba rock. I collected that rock about 30 years ago in the Palindaba area. And a month ago or more, I decided to create the die that the rock stands on. It took me a day to carve it by hand, and I think it looks quite nice with a rock on top of it.
I'm talking a little bit about this speckboom, also called the elephant foot in English. I started this big tree in 2006 by a big truncheon cutting. This was actually a branch from the main tree, which I managed to get growing, and it took me from 26 till now to develop it in this way. I think it's developed quite nicely. And this little one I'm holding here, I started as a cutting from this big one the year after. So the two trees are just about the same age, and it just shows that you can manipulate bonsai to keep it the size that you want. Portulacara afra is a very easy tree to grow as bonsai, and a very popular tree, and we don't make use of it enough. But yes, nice trees, I think. Thank you.
Starting off with a baobab, 1999, with a Palindaba rock as an accent. Monkey thorn. The grower explained that the tree has been pot grown its whole life. The girth developed is just a testament of its age, being 35 years old. Brittlewood, 2018, developed from nursery stock and trained from a series of trunk chops. Ficus bird davii, 2004, with a stocky fat trunk in an informal natural style. Another Brittlewood, 2017, with an incredibly well developed and compact canopy made of very fine foliage. Bougainvillea with a deadwood trunk with interesting movement. The live vein of this tree is towards the back of the trunk. The rare and not often seen green-stemmed corkwood, Commiphora or Cuniduit. This tree was the base of an air layer. The base sprouted to form the trunks that compose this clump-style bonsai. This tree always reminds me of a great sea monster. Japanese maple, 2001, informal upright. Baobab, 1999. Black monkey thorn, 1989, in the slanting style with a very compact and well developed canopy. Mountain syringa, 2014, an underused and uncommon bonsai subject. The naturally fine compound leaf turns to spectacular colors in autumn, which further adds to its interest as an exciting bonsai species to explore. Celtis, white stinkwood or hackberry, 1998, in an informal upright style. Lavender feverberry, 2017, possibly the rarest species of bonsai on display at this exhibition, in the pioneer style. Chinese elm, 2012, informal upright. Natal fig in the wild fig style, with an attractive surface roots, trained since 2004. Ficus bird davii, 2008, in the slanting style. a tiny Mami box honeysuckle in the Pioneer style. Saltus, show-in 2014 in the broom style. Ficus bird Davii, root on rock 2003. Wonderfully developed canopy. Bougainvillea in flower 2018, semi-cascade style. Ficus bird Davii, root over rock 2003. Seiju elm, Chinese elm, boasting rough bark, well-developed ramification and absolutely tiny leaves. Chinese elm 2014, informal upright in a neat and pleasant shohin tree. Saltus, formal upright, a captivating display of a baobab on a slab of wood with a fitting accent plant in a natural wood container. Ficus bird Davii 2003, root over rock. Ficus bird Davii in a somewhat literati style. Ficus bird Davii 2010 in a unique trunk in rock style. The Karoo boerbean, just coming into flower. A collected wild olive with a handsome trunk. Ficus bird Davii 2009 in an interesting style described as being trunk on rock. Ficus bird Davii 2008, trunk in rock. And unusual and wild looking cabbage tree, presenting an incredible formation at the base of the trunk with very interesting bark formation. We called this tree the elephant. The massive speckworm presenting its muscular trunk and proud foliage pads. Trident maple in a literati style. The weeping boerbean 2007 in a bushveld style. The rarely seen wild pear, known for its large round leaves that have reduced well as a bonsai, as well as its white cream flowers that are similar to that of a common pear tree. Pomegranate 2014, that's trunk is in the form of a live vein that exists on what is left of the original trunk, which has now become a carved deadwood feature. Red-stemmed corkwood in a baobab style since 2011, that has flowered just in time for the show. Saltus in an informal upright style with an almost split or twin trunk. The rarely seen blue bush or star apple, one of the diasporas from South Africa. A collected tree in a clump style, a very challenging species to bonsai. The brilliant and eye-catching bougainvillea, full of flowers, just spectacular. Soap nettle 2010, also just in flower, an unusual and somewhat rare South African tree. To finish off the show, a very large trident maple with a fully developed canopy and flaking aged bark.